Now, what happens in a classroom? Because what you hear is, these are just standards. This isn't curriculum. These are just standards. That is educational poppycock. Let me give you an example. The standard is, here's my chocolate cake. Your chocolate cake has to taste just like my chocolate cake and have the same texture as my chocolate cake. You see my cake? It's a really good cake. And the assessment is, I'm coming to taste your cake. How many recipes can there be? One. Because if you change anything in the recipe, it won't taste like mine, or it won't have the same texture as mine. And then if the Department of Education says, and you know what, on our website, we're going to put the recipe for all of you people and you can have it for free if you just go there. Won't you go there? Of course you will. Did they know that? Oh, absolutely, they did. The U.S. Department of Education actually had training sessions when they began the money from the Obama administration, and they talked about in the training sessions, well, if the standards are federally controlled and the assessments are federally controlled, and even if your state does not use PARCC or the Smarter Balance, every state had to submit their state assessments to the federal government for approval to be used. So if I control the standard and I control the assessment, of course I control the curriculum. And the handout that they gave every state said standards assessment aligned instruction. Because everybody knows that standards that don't have curriculum attached are meaningless. They're not worth the paper that they're written on. So this has been about control from the beginning. Now we talked a little bit about the math rigor, slowing math down. What about English? Well, if you read what the marketing says, it says close and thoughtful reading of the text. So I went out and bought the 12th grade literature book published by Pearson, which is the largest publishing house producing all the Common Core materials. It was their 12th grade literature book, and I started paging through it and thought, wow, there's Chaucer in here, and there's Beowulf in here, and okay. And so I thought, well, I'll read through the whole thing. So I opened it up, and here's page 1 of the student book. And on the very first page of the student book, the first thing that they tell the students is, every selection in this book is available in audio format. In other words, you don't have to read a single word. And the second thing that they tell them in the same little box is that we give you audio summaries of every selection. So you don't even have to read the Cliff Notes, because we'll give you the Cliff Notes version that you can listen to. I'm wondering how it can be close and thoughtful reading of the text if you don't have to even read the text at all. And that's the first thing that we tell the children. Now, I've been in lots of classrooms, and if you're honest, you'll know you probably did this too. We all know kids read the Cliff Notes, or now they call them the Sparks Notes. We all knew that they did that. You probably did too. If you're really honest, you probably did too. But those of us teachers who actually wanted them to read the language of Shakespeare or Chaucer, we made sure that our tests and our activities, you couldn't actually do them if you only read the cheat sheet. We wanted you to read the real thing. But in this case, the publisher says you don't have to read anything, you can listen to it, and we'll give you a audio Cliff Notes. And of course, all of the activities and all of the tests, we're writing those too, so those Cliff Notes will work. Doesn't sound rigorous to me, does it?